Hello, my name is Amelia Howard and I am the head coach for Burke High School Cheer. I'm so excited that you want to try out to be a 21-22 Burke cheerleader. This video is going to have all the information that you need to know and everything you need to do to prepare for our week of tryouts. Like I said, my name is Amelia Howard and I am the head coach. We have two JV coaches, Jaden Green and Emily Lorenzen, and then we have our team sponsor and manager, Holly Murphy. We have two squads that makes up Burke High School cheer team. We have our JV squad and our varsity squad. JV is open to freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Our varsity is open to sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So if you are a freshman trying out, you will only be eligible to make the JV squad. Who can be a Burke cheerleader? There's a lot of really good information on this slide and in this presentation, so make sure you are listening to all of it. First, you must have a current cumulative GPA of 2.5 or higher. You must be in good disciplinary and academic standing per the Student Code of Conduct. Have all of your application and permission forms turned in and signed. You need to have read those guidelines and rules and regulations. Understand the time and financial commitment and have signed and turned in the agreement form. You must have a strong sense of good sportsmanship and fairness. You must be in good physical health and stamina as year-long conditioning is required. And you must be a leader in school, in the classroom, outside of the classroom, and in the sports arena. It is important to understand that cheerleaders are leaders first. So you will be required to participate in leadership training that will start during the summer. Leadership training will be held in the same importance as other physical practices. Leadership qualities are an expectation and a requirement for every cheerleader. Cheerleaders will be required to participate in volunteer opportunities and community service throughout the year. Some of these might be in the Burke community, but they will also be in the Omaha community at large. It is also important to understand that cheerleading is a very large time commitment, and we expect you, if you make the team, to be 100% dedicated to this program. Cheerleaders are expected to be a student first and a cheerleader second. Therefore, any other activity, job, sport, lesson, or appointment must be scheduled around our calendar and will not be considered an excused absence. All cheer candidates must review and sign the program commitment form prior to trying out so they understand what the time commitment is. JV's responsibilities: they will cheer at JV home football games, JV and reserve home volleyball games, reserve and JV home basketball games for both men's and women's. They will cheer at the black and gold game, which is the scrimmage football game, varsity homecoming football game, and the mini cheer camp varsity football game. They will also be required to attend weekly practices. Varsity will attend all varsity home and away football games, all home varsity volleyball games, and all away and home varsity basketball games. They will also be required to attend weekly practices. Cheerleading is also a financial commitment. Cheerleaders are responsible for paying for their own uniform. Our payment schedule is as followed. Cheerleading uniforms will not be released to the cheerleaders until they are paid for in full. Cheerleading families commit to making a $200 deposit on April 24th, which is the day of tryouts. So once you make the team, we will have a meeting and you will be asked to pay $200 deposit that day. Then you will make a $300 deposit by May 26th, which is the end of the school year. Families are then required to pay the remaining balance in full by student check-in, which is in early August. Once balances are paid in full, uniforms can be distributed in August once they arrive. If balances are not paid, uniforms for those cheerleaders will not be distributed. If a cheerleader does not have a uniform, they will be benched and will be unable to perform. Now, all of our squads have the same uniform. So if you have been on the team in the past and you have any of these pieces, they will still be our uniforms. Usually we transition or we replace uniforms on a 4-year cycle, but due to a shortened season last year, we will be keeping the same pieces. So if you have a uniform from 2020-2021 school year, nothing will change. Everything is going to be the same. So let's talk about tryouts. All tryout material and recommendations must be turned in before the 19th. The 19th is our first day of tryout. So if we look at the schedule at the top of the screen, Monday, April 19th is when it starts. Monday through Friday, our times are after school 3:30 to 5:30 in the main gym. On Thursday and Friday, April 22nd and 23rd, we will also have optional morning practices from 6:30 to 7:20. Official tryouts are on Saturday, April 24th from 8 a.m. to noon. Clinics, which is Monday through Friday, will begin promptly and be led by our seniors from this year. Attendance is not mandatory, but it is strongly recommended. There is new material that is taught daily, so if you miss material, there's no guarantee that they will teach it again. Tryouts are closed to the public, so no parents or family can view them. Video recordings will be available, but you must receive approval before you take those videos. Very important, if you have any outstanding fines with Burke High School, you will not be allowed to try out for the next school year. You will not be able to try out if you have any outstanding fines. Remember that cheerleading is a financial commitment. So let's talk about what those prices are. Now, for a returning cheerleader, and I say varsity cheerleader, but actually this is any returning cheerleader that was on the team this year and returning next year, you will probably be responsible for about $250 worth of pieces, and that is usually going to go to camp. That's our camp uniforms and our camp pieces. Now, this is on the high end. I rounded up a little bit. I don't see it being this expensive. Second, if you are a brand new cheerleader, you will be expected to pay about $1,000, a little over $1,000, so like $1,100. And this might fluctuate with the amount, like I said, of camp materials that we use, but you can expect around that price. Everyone will be required to go to our Varsity Camp. Varsity is the company that does our camp. The tentative dates for that are June 26th through the 29th. We're not sure if that's for sure the date yet, but that's what we are planning on at this time. And every student will pay around $450 for that camp. So you'll be paying for your uniform and camp pieces. You will also be paying to attend the camp. So you are responsible for paying for your camp and for your uniform pieces. Account balances are emailed to you by our sponsor. Payments can be made directly to the coaches or to the Burke treasurer. Payments can be in cash, check, or money order. Fundraising will occur throughout the season. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do a ton this year, but we will definitely make sure that that happens in this coming year. Cheerleaders can keep 75% of the profit raised for their own account. Team fundraising supplies the team with paints, banners, special event supplies, banquet costs, team dinners, and team awards. So let's talk about what you need. On the Burke website where you found this video, you're going to find the following materials. So the digital materials are the cheer application, the cheer handbook acknowledgement, and the commitment acknowledgement. So once you look on the cheer website, there's going to be a few links, and you need to make sure that you complete those. Those are digital materials. Please know that those are binding, and that serves as your commitment form. So when you sign that digitally, you are held to all of the agreements and commitments in that form. Now, you also will need to do 3 teacher recommendations. Those are physical pieces of paper that you will need to find in room 127, which is my classroom. There is a box for you to get teacher recommendations. You will give these to your teacher, and then your teacher will turn that into me. If you are not a Burke student, you will find a digital copy of our teacher recommendation forms. You can print those and give them to your teachers, and they can then either fax them to me, email them to me, or if they are in OPS, they can send them through OPS mail. If you have questions about teacher recommendation forms, please let me know. So during the cheer tryouts, you will be assessed over the following skills: kicks, toe touches, your jump of choice. You will learn a cheer routine and a dance routine, and then you will be assessed over your smile, presence, and attitude. All of these skills will be taught and practiced during the clinic Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday you will be assessed by a panel of judges. It's important to know that the coaches and the coaching staff do not participate as judges. We do not choose the team. The schedule for the actual tryout, you will arrive at 7:45 in the morning. From 8 to noon, you will have your tryouts and you will get the schedule that morning. Once you are finished, you are free to leave. After 1:30, the results will be delivered through email. Then at night at 5:30, we will have our first meeting at Burke High School, and your first $200 payment is due. Masks are required, and only one parent per cheerleader will be allowed per COVID guidelines. We're so excited to see you at tryouts. My name is Amelia Howard. If you have any questions about any of the materials, please send me an email at amelia.howard@ops.org. If you are in Burke High School, my room is 127 and you can find me there. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you.